Happy Monday morning.
Yes, it is.
From Tipsy and I.
I've already like gone to breakfast with a friend. I've gotten a lot of work done. I'm killing it today.
You feel so productive?
Yeah, this is my day, man.
That's you every Monday.
I know.
I'm gonna kill this week.
Yeah.
There she goes. She just wanted to say hi. Now she's gone. Okay. Well, it's Monday. It's March. Monday, March Madness.
Yes. Yes, and actually March Madness does start, I believe it's next week. So I have a bracket for you to fill out. So
you're so weird. He does this every year. You do this every year. Hello.
But you do so well. You do so well with it.
I don't. You like go through and you quickly ask me. You're like Gonzaga or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. And I just randomly pick the teams because I don't know how anyone's doing, how any standings look, and yet you still do it every March.
I know. And what's amazing to me is that without any previous research or thought, you typically do better than I do. And that's what I love about watching that. Like, how did she choose that? It's so great.
I pick the underdog sometimes, and sometimes,
the underdogs are more fun to pick. It's always, it's so cool. And of course, there's going to be that 5-12 that, it's a 12 is going to beat a 5, but
right.
Where does that happen? And
I mean, when you pick, you typically are like, oh, I'm going to pick the 4 over the 3, but you don't go, what's your biggest, upset that you pick? Probably not too crazy.
I don't pick a whole lot, but I know that there's always going to be a 12 seed that upsets a 5 seed. So I always choose one of those, but typically I get it wrong.
Which one?
No.
Good to see everybody here.
College basketball, and this week is so much fun, but these next couple of weeks are fun. The tournaments and the Thursday game, and it's so great. But
I love basketball. I do, but I do not follow college basketball standings or anything like that. He's hoping to convert me. How funny. You sure?
Exactly.
You want to try some? You try a little? Yeah. It's fun. Yeah. Hello, friends. Good morning. Good day. I got to spend more time with Robin. Robin and I, we just hang out, man. We had a class on Saturday. Again, I pushed these people. I will say that. And I knew it would be a push to consider this St. Patrick's. Do you have a picture of the St. Patrick's Day set?
Yes, I do. Funny you should ask.
First of all, I was like, I am not doing a St. Patrick's Day set. I don't love cooking for St. Patrick's Day. But it ended up being St. Patrick's Day anyway, which was really interesting. And I know that horseshoe's upside down. It's not catching the luck. Terrible. But this was the beginner class, and everyone did amazing. I will say that. Everyone did amazing. So, but it was fun. And it was good because the people at the end, they said, yeah, that was a push. That definitely pushed me. But I appreciate being pushed. So that's a good thing, right? We like being pushed.
Yes. Just don't push too hard.
Don't push too hard. Yeah. I thought all their cookies looked awesome. Of course, everyone's going like, oh, this wasn't what I expected. This isn't what I thought it would look like or whatever. But yeah, 5 minutes an old video. Oh, you're like, this feels deja vu. Why did I feel like I heard this? We should say the date. Yeah. So that's important to say. This is March. What day is it?
It's the 6th, but 6th. we don't need to do like time checks and weather checks like local radio shows do. Like it's so dated. It's so awful.
Just to make sure they're in the right spot, not just okay. You're watching the right one, the current one, right?
It's 10:05 in the morning, and welcome to McGoo.
No traffic checks, none of those.
No.
But we do have a special guest today. We do have a special guest.
Yes, I feel like it's a very special episode.
Oh no, one of those. Oh, What are we going to talk about there?
I mean, yeah, you know the after school specials and stuff or like when on Different Strokes when Arnold went to go to like made friends with the bike shopkeeper, and that was a very special
Oh
episode.
my gosh.
Or Facts of Life, when I think it was Blair that had the boyfriend and stuff, and then it was a
Mhm.
very special episode. Not
Yeah.
that kind of very special episode,
Oh, okay. I thought
but
you
the
were
very
saying this
special
was that
episode.
kind of episode. Okay.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, I'm going down the rabbit hole now. But we have but you have a guest, and this
Mhm.
is a wonderful time for me to dip out and for you
Oh.
to introduce your guest. So I will see you later.
So when I gain a guest, I lose Mr. John. Okay, well,
You'll never
that's
lose me. I'm always
I couldn't if I tried. Today's
exactly.
Today's very special guest is our mixing it up guest this month. It's Andrea Walters of Andy K's Cookies. Hello, Andrea.
Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Okay. We're good. Morning.
Good morning. You're not in your little trailer today.
No, it's in the garage. So I'm in my husband's music room because it's soundproof. So
Nice.
you can't hear puppies, doing all that.
You have so you have puppies.
Well, they're 1 year old, but they're
Okay.
still. Yeah, we got brothers, literally two. We did 2 puppies at once, and I have officially survived the first year mostly.
That's important. I've never had a dog, but I know that that's important because I've seen dogs that have been properly trained and dogs that have been like just, and it's such a huge difference, right?
Yes. So I don't have the smartest of dogs. I did hire a trainer that came to the house and she came twice. And I think she just stopped responding to me because we were hopeless. So it's fine. Everything's fine. If there's any cookie people out there that are actually dog trainers, I'm your girl because they're a mess. Yeah. I'll post videos on my Instagram today of the craziness that I endure. They're 2 brothers and constantly are wrestling and tackling each other. And they're playing, so they're self-entertained, but I can't do videos with them around because they're constantly like up in my face. So here we are.
Boys.
They are boys. Well, I wouldn't know because I don't have boys. I have 2 girls. So the dogs, they're a mess. But I've survived a year, so I consider that gold star.
Yeah, it sounds like you're halfway there. Bernadette says they're better after the second year.
Sure, why not?
So you have the light at the end of the tunnel, right?
No,
and Kathy's taking your class and my class.
Oh,
Kathy, how fun is that?
Well, that is fun. Well, I think that's fun.
Yeah.
I'm using my phone, and so that the lettering is so
tiny.
Like, what does that say?
I'll read it to you. That is cool. What a combo. Wow. Andy K and Arty McGoo.
You're all day class, though. So maybe she'll take a nap for the other half day. That's awesome. Yay. Hi, Liesel.
Liesel says, this is why all my dogs have always been at least a year when you get them. Retired greyhounds are the best. Oh my goodness. Greyhounds.
Big.
Yeah. They're so sleek and beautiful.
Yes. Oh, you have a nice, puppy. I have lots of puppy videos. They're ridiculous. They're adorable, but they're ridiculous. The one, let me warn you, Oliver, his eye is half blue, half black. So he looks dopey because you're like, why is he missing part of his eye? He's not. It's just half blue. So when you see pictures or video, you're like, what is wrong with that dog? He just has an eye that didn't go all the way. So there you go.
That's cool. I
Welcome
like
to
those quirks. I like those little quirks in animals. I think that's fun. My cats have quirks too, and it makes them more lovable, right?
your cat has a quirk. What is it? It
It's a forked tail.
that's what it is.
One has a forked tail. One looks at you like almost upside down. So they're,
Whole Magoo minute, just like
yeah, just
yeah,
like
yeah.
Tipsy. Yeah,
That's funny. Do you know what's really crazy is I think it was yesterday I had memories from the second time I did Magoo U there. It was Lori and George Ann and Yoli. You remember Yoli?
yeah.
Oh, that was, I don't remember how long ago that was. So it was so cool. And I think it was the one where we went to Barnes and Noble and found George Ann's book on the bookshelf because it was so fun looking at those pic. I mean, ridiculous because I had the lashes that you
That's
pull
right.
out and I do not. But it was like, oh, such a fun memory that popped up.
Yeah, those were good, crazy times.
Those were crazy, crazy times. I mean, when else can you cookie with friends, have big fake lashes,
Mhm.
have a blower,
Blowing your
and
face.
the hair blowing, and take nighttime trips to Ross to try and find crazy outfits. I mean,
Matching dresses for what was it, 5 or yeah.
I regret not keeping that dress. I'm not even gonna lie. It was a great dress.
But you ended up finding a jacket, right? Do you still have that?
Oh, I kept the jacket
Yeah.
and the jumpsuit. I have a black jumpsuit. I need to pull that out. Yeah, because Georgianne and I think, didn't Georgianne also get, I think she had a black jumpsuit too. But yeah, I found that collar, that big poofy collar that we did. It was so fun. But yeah, I still have both of
Yeah.
those things.
You know,
You
there
never,
is going to be a karaoke night at Cookie Con, so maybe it's time to pull out the jumpsuit again.
Wow. The
Mhm.
jumpsuit, it's, I mean, she got it because it looked good. It didn't look crazy. Like it would just,
It had that big collar on it. Like it was a big poofy that I kept pushing up. I don't know that I would wear it like normal
oh, yeah.
out and about. Just saying.
Kathy says, I was complaining about my hand being sore from a floral class, and you said I took the wrong floral class, so I'm getting it right this time.
That's funny. Yay, Kathy. We're going to get through it. It'll be awesome. Which one are you doing? Are you doing the botany class or the Roses of Flutter? Because they are very different, I think. I'm curious which one you're taking, Kathy. I could look it up, my roster, to see which one you're in.
So both floral, but different styles.
No, but I'm going to say no. I decided this time to kind of I did a workshop that was way less floral and it's a lot more transfers and botany, so outdoorsy leaves and dandelions and things like that as opposed to piping flowers. So the roses is definitely flowers, but we're focusing just on the rose. Sometimes I feel like in a 4-hour workshop, you cram so much into it and then you don't feel like you are perfecting one thing. And so I want everybody to perfect the rose in different styles. We're doing different kinds of roses and things, but it's just focusing on one main flower so everyone can leave feeling confident about that. And I'm excited. I'm really excited about that class. It's really going to be a fun one.
Yeah, Sandusky, a new place, a new time of the week. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I gotta get that right in my head because we're so trained to think through CookieCon as being the classes are on Friday, the Saturdays, the banquet. You know, you have this checklist.
And I don't know, I'm a little concerned about, it's a huge water park. So I'm wondering, going to be humid in the hotel side from the swimming. I don't know. I'm a little nervous about that.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like in Florida, I feel like being indoors and the air conditioning really helped with, maintaining the right, humidity and everything. So it wasn't. I feel like it affected it. Just being in the different state affected the decorating a bit, but not as much as I had worried about. So
Fingers crossed. The new location. So
good morning.
own risks and adventures. You don't know what you're going to get into as a teacher. I'm trying to remember which one was it. Well, Louisville was under so much construction.
Yeah.
None of us expected that. And of course, my classroom, I had to weave through the construction down some crazy corridor. I don't even know where I was. I was fortunate to find the classroom every day, but you just don't know what you're going to get into ever.
Yeah. When you teach out, I mean, even when you teach in a place, you have to be flexible. And when you teach in a place you've never taught before, you have to be super flexible and super prepared. That's the key.
No kidding. Like over. I've already started making my list of, okay, I need to make sure I have what's funny is things you don't think about is when I taught locally, I was teaching in this old building and I had all my extension cords and everything, but none of the outlets, because it was so old, it was an old building, didn't have the 3-prong. They were all 2-prong. And so if you have heavy duty, I mean, those are things that you would never think about, but now I travel with the adapter everywhere I go because you have to have electricity. We have to think about. It's weird. So it's always and if you're not an adventure person, maybe don't do this. You got to roll this, right?
This is great. Liesl has been to it, the Kalahari. It's so big. The convention part is very separate from the water park. Oh. That's good to know. I never feel too humid in the convention side, even before their big expansion. So that is good information to have. Kalahari is in Pennsylvania. The convention section was on the complete opposite side of the complex from the pool. Right. People are coming to class. They're like dripping wet. They just came from the water slides. I should get in a couple slides before class.
During the lunch break, I might run over and do, because I'm totally hitting the water park. We all get admission to it with our hotel stay. Let's go down the water slide. I saw some of these slides. I'm like, if you can't find Andrea, that's where I'm going to be. And I think they have like a swim up bar. Yes, please. I'll have a beverage while I'm going down the slide. It'll be fun.
That sounds fun. Yeah, I love water slide parks. I'm totally down. Let's do it. I'll pack my suit.
Me too. Yep. Maybe you need to have the McGoo get together at the water park.
Oh, that'd be fun. That's fun. I always bring a swimsuit to CookieCon. I never have.
Never have. This one you will, because it's a water park.
I think so.
Now I did at Orlando, because we stayed a couple days after CookieCon and we did the Harry Potter world and stuff, and we went to the pool in Orlando. It was gorgeous. I mean, it was huge, and my family had a blast at it. So but I'm water park. Come on, slides. Yeah, let's do it.
I think the one day we went in Florida, we were like, hey, let's go to the pool. It was closed because of the lightning. So we're like, okay, it's just not meant to be here. Swim up bar is always a good thing.
It did. And then they cleared it because the weather passed and we were able to go back out. So it was. I'm excited for Orlando too, because it's a great place.
It is. That is a beautiful hotel. And just the people were so nice there. I loved it. You did not sign up for wearing a bathing suit.
Oh, you don't have to be in a suit to hang out by the pool.
Yeah.
Ever. You come how you are. You're accepted at CookieCon, even at the water park. Yep.
Yeah. If you have time, you should also take a day at Cedar Point. Cedar Point. You can't tell I'm originally from Ohio at all.
Cedar Point is it's a roller coaster park that's fairly close. And if I might be mistaken, but is that the park that the Brady Bunch went to in the beginning of season 4? That
was King's? What was that? That was called King's something, but it might have been a different name on the Brady Bunch, of course.
All right. Just if it was, then yes, we're there.
Look at all Brady Bunch and what did he say earlier? Blair from
Facts of Life.
You're aging us, John. Stop it.
You'll be at a swim up bar. Yeah, adjusting budget for swim up bar.
That's funny.
Not sure if it still holds the record, but for a long time it had the highest roller coaster in the world. You don't do roller coasters, or Your water slide's fine.
Okay,
Roller
I
coaster, not so much.
like coasters, but I don't love them. So I
Kings
have,
Island.
and I hate being left behind. I really do. So I'll be like, okay, I did all the rides at Harry Potter World, and one of them made me legit nauseous. Like we're looking for Sprite, and I was just like, oh, because it was
Which
like,
one? Which one was it in the?
it's the one where your feet dangle.
Yep.
Ooh, I was okay, and then it went not okay. And my friends were
Same.
cracking because I was all like, ugh. I did not love it, but I would do it again. That's the crazy part.
I would not, because I actually did throw up at the very end of the ride.
I felt like I really did. Like I got off that and I was like, moment. It was just, and my kids were like, let's go again. And I'm like,
That I threw up at the end of the ride, I really considered a win. That because I was just like, hang on, just hold on until you're off the ride. Do not throw up on yourself, please. And right at the end I did. I'm like, yay, woo, I did it.
can you throw up on that ride? Because it would
Everywhere. Yeah. So, and I'm fine with roller coasters, but that's something about that one.
It was the movement with the 3D coming at you, and it was like, whoa, there. And I even remember the moment, it was the scepters when they came at me, and I was like, woo, we're out. No.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. You too. Same story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not funny.
And I didn't even feel bad. I was like, I'm glad I didn't do it on the ride.
Yeah.
No. I definitely do not. But the feet dangling ones, interesting. It was the virtual. It's always the virtual ones for me that like, I gotta just not watch that. It happened for you. Definitely. Yeah. You were like, whew, thank goodness.
Yep, I'm with you on that one. We have, I don't know if you have, but here in town we have, it's called the what is it called? The Cosmosphere, and it's the dome screen video, and then they do like space and water, like under the sea kind of videos and stuff. I can't do it because it's like the video surrounding you and coming at. I can't do it. I'm with you on that one. The virtual, I'm out.
Yeah. It's like my brain doesn't like to be tricked. It's like you're not moving with this motion, and it does not jive for my brain. And I'm like, nope, I can't do that.
Water slide, I'm physically in the water slide going.
Yeah.
I don't the scepter things coming at me and scaring me on top of the motion sickness. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't try to pretend. No pretend movement. So yeah, so that's coming up really fast too.
Really. Yeah. Yep, it is. Buckle up. It's a busy year.
Yeah. It is. Wait, you're muted. You're saying something really important, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, sorry. And then Australia's right before that, and then after that is a family vacation, and then after that is another cookie con, and then in the middle of that you have an advanced in-person class here, and then another advanced in-person class in the fall. So it's just lots of cooking, lots of events, lots of things.
What have I done? I know it's gonna be exciting. Australia, Sandusky, Alaska, Orlando. This is good.
I think I have you beat.
Yeah. Tell me.
So I'm not traveling for cookies, but my husband does Ironman competitions. He has done 3, and then he felt the need to sign up for a bunch more this year. I don't know why. So we are actually doing Tulsa, Oklahoma, Houston, Texas. Then I'll be in Ohio. Then we're doing Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Beautiful. Okay.
And I'm very excited. Boulder, Colorado. I'm doing a triathlon in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and then Orlando, Florida.
So when's the Tennessee one? That's like in the middle of summer?
No, it's in September, before Orlando, or is it? No, it's after. It's the end of September after Orlando. So
is that gonna be so hot?
Probably. Let's not talk about
it. Okay. It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna have a front, and it's gonna be like 60 degrees. Amazing.
And not humid.
No, it's not humid there. Come on. We're here to say, shh, Liesel. Don't need to hear
Yeah,
it.
yeah. That's
Like one of the latest of the year. So just shh, don't talk about it.
so. And triathlons can be different lengths. What length is it going to be? So tell me, is it?
I think I'm having a midlife crisis. So I signed up
It's
for
a good one though. This is a healthy, positive one.
I'm doing an Ironman.
Okay, so that means so you start with the swim, and that's
2
a
miles.
mile,
I'll just round 2 mile swim.
2 mile swim, and is it in a lake?
So this one is actually in a down river. I'm swimming down river. Genius. I think I don't even want to say what river it is because I think I don't know. Is it the Mississippi River? It's not the Mississippi River. I have no idea what I'm swimming.
And that means it's a one-way swim. You go in one point and you come out another. Wow, interesting.
Yes.
So you're going with the flow?
Going down river. So it's supposed to be the fastest swim of the Ironmans. So
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Wetsuit?
No, so the temperature there, it has to be like Tennessee River. Thank you, Liesel. It has to be
That's all the answers, by the way.
an illogical answer. The Tennessee River, duh. It has to be a certain temperature for a wetsuit to be allowed in the Ironman, and I think that the average temperature is actually too warm, barely. So probably not. Probably just a triathlete suit, which is fine.
That's cool. Yeah, that's more comfortable, to swim. So, okay,
Yeah.
so the 2 mile, and then you get on a bike.
And then the bike is 112 miles.
Really?
Yeah.
And then the run. Then you got to finish it with a nice little jog of
a full marathon.
Okay. How long is this several days?
No, you have 17 hours to complete it.
That sounds like fun. Yeah, you're right. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Once I get out there, cookie world, I have to actually follow through now and try to do it. So yeah.
You have accountability here.
I turned 45. I am last September. I'm 45. I will be turning 46 right before this, or right after actually. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not getting any younger. I've been to 3 Ironmans now, and I'm like, I see these people coming in, in the 12, 11, 12, 13, 17 hours. And I'm just blown away because it is a mental competition with yourself. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. And so I've been training, and I have until September to keep training. I have my bike because of winter. It's actually on a roller. So the back pedal or the back wheel is up. So I'm riding inside right now, but on my bike.
Cool.
I've been running. I hate running. I hate to run, but we're doing it.
You're doing it for 26.4 miles.
Yes. But what's really good is I'm an incredibly fast walker. So even if I was to walk it, I could still probably finish it in the time I needed to.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I could travel that distance in 17 hours.
Well, I haven't, so I'm not amazing.
But you're doing it, and you're doing it willingly. That's
I don't know what. There have been multiple times that I'm like, why did I do this why did I even mention it to my husband? Because he was like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But I'm like, you know what? My dad thinks I'm the most ridiculous human being ever. He's like, what would possess you to even want to do that? And I was just like, ugh, he just called me stupid basically. And so I told him, I said, dang it, Dad, I'm showing my 2 girls that if you put your mind to something, by golly, you can do it. And so now I'm like, well, now I really have to do it. Way to go. So I'm like, I'm determined. If I don't finish, that's okay. I gave it a year of training and my best effort. So there we go.
That's true.
Why not?
Yeah. If not now, when?
No, if not now. I mean, there are 70-year-olds that do the Ironman and like beat a lot of the younger guys. I mean, it's insane. So it really is. It's a lot of mental that you have to keep pushing and pushing, pushing. So I'm working on it. Ugh. So if you see me actually at the gym at one of the cookie cons, that's never happened. But I have to be training, or I'm like, forget about it. You know, I just all the things and drink all the things, and I can't.
Yeah, we'll root you on, not from the sidelines. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking when you said triathlon, I'm thinking I'd like to do that. That'd be cool, but there's, like I said, there's different length ones. There's other options, and that's what I was thinking. Like,
I think this is going to be a one and done for me. Like, I don't think I'm going to like start picking up triathlons and doing them. I think it's going to be a one and done. And I wanted to do the big one.
Sure.
Why just do it? I mean, I've been to how it's run. I've seen, and I'm going to be in like attending 4 more this year because of my husband. I'm like the support staff. I've seen it all. Yeah. So I'm like, at least I know how it operates. So why not?
And he does those same length ones, those really long ones.
Mm-hmm. He's crazy. And he's done the 100-mile runs. They have those here in town through the Flint Hills. It's a 100-mile run. And that lasts through the night, into day 2. There's stop. I mean, you can stop to rest if you really want. But no, he did a 100-mile run nonstop.
I actually like to run.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. But I would never run 100 miles. Like, I don't.
Right.
Like, I like what are they? 10K, like that type of thing. Maybe a half marathon. That distance, like that's
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
That's wild.
You don't need to point it out anymore, Liz. Thanks.
Okay, so we've established you're a little nuts. It's amazing though. I mean, I admire that. That's awesome. Really, really cool.
No, it's okay. You can call it crazy because I am the first one to say it's ludicrous. But hey ho, here we go.
Yeah. Only someone's chasing me. Yeah. Oh, it does make me want to go bike ride and like run. I like those 2 things. The swim, I think I would just drown. But
not if you learn how to properly swim. I mean, it sounds ridiculous. Like I see people at the swim, like I go to the YMCA to swim, and people like flailing, and I'm like, that's not good.
I mean, I know how to swim, but as far as for like distance, I don't know. I don't know about that. Hi. Speaking of Pumpkin, she's here yelling at me.
Oh,
my fork-tailed cat. Hi. Would you like to say hi? There's the weird.
Is that
bobbed and forked? Do you see the little fork there? There's a split, and they like kind of pinch together. Pumpkin.
Aww.
She's weird. I know. Oh man. Okay, so you're training. You're thinking about Cookie Con.
Yep.
Cookie Con. And being a support staff for other triathlons.
Yes.
And do you always go to his, or sometimes he does it on his own too? When they don't work timing. Yep. You always have been.
I've always been. His first one was Louisville, Kentucky, back before we had children. And that one, I had no idea what we were getting into. That was a crazy one. Humid, but it was actually in early August, I think. And then we did Lake Placid, New York this last year, and we drove that. Never again will I do that. That was 2 days of driving, and we had 3 cars because there was another family that went. 3 cars drive the 2 days with my children. It was too much. I'm not a fan, but we did Lake Placid, and then him and I drove. We just took 2 of us to Wisconsin, and we did Madison, Wisconsin, and it was awful. Awful.
Why?
They had unusually cold weather, and it rained and poured the entire day. So his Ironman was
miserable.
Heavy rain for the entire time and cold. I've never seen so many people, like, can you unbutton me? I mean, they couldn't even function because they were just so cold. And that, I think, was the biggest dropping. I think there was like 1,000 people dropping out of that Ironman during the race because they just couldn't do it. So, and then I was the support staff, so I was in it the whole time. I mean, I was like sopping wet. I had wrinkly feet, and it was awful. But he finished. So,
and he keeps doing them. He just keeps. He's like, yeah, another one. Let's do it again.
Going to Houston next month. It's the first one for the year. So, yeah.
Well, at least that will be nice weather-wise, maybe. Ish.
Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. We're definitely not a boring family.
Yeah, those are experiences, your kid, those things your kids remember, and your friend is getting ready to run a marathon in Antarctica. Wow. That is not on my list of places. I mean, it's interesting and fascinating, but I don't think I ever need to feel that cold.
Yeah.
Get ready for whatever weather.
Well, I live in Kansas.
So true.
Are the whatever weather capital of the world. It's stupid here. We can have all 4 seasons in one day, and I kid you not.
Do you ever go to California to run? I mean, it's a nice place to run. I'm going to tell you that.
I'm asking. I don't know. Is it? Is it a nice place to run?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I mean,
Chattanooga, Tennessee is the nice place to run.
See, California, you don't really deal with the swampy, like Lisa was talking about, the humidity. There's really,
I haven't been to California since I was like 12. So, I don't think 12 you really remember.
Right. Tell him to put it on his list. If there are marathons in California, like try it out. Just take the weather out of the equation.
Okay. Yeah. We go anywhere for anything. It's just ludicrous. Yeah. I think I'm excited about Idaho because I've never been to Idaho. And it's upstate Idaho. So I don't know. We'll see.
It's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Oh, gorgeous. So I'm excited to go up there and to see it. So
yeah, that's different kind of fueling, I think, for that, Eating.
Yes.
What do you eat to keep up energy? Kathy asks.
Well, so you have to eat healthy, but then in triathlon kind of things, there's energy chews, energy gels, goo. Ugh. I do the gummies that are the energy boost. Electrolytes, the drinks that you drink have energy boosts in them. Bananas, a lot of bananas. Yeah, pickle juice for cramping and for at the booths along the way, they have pickle juice that you can. Yeah, it's a very strange world that we're in.
Yeah.
Pickle juice, oh, yummy.
Tell your husband to try the Barkley marathons. Barkley.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's a marathon here. It goes through wine country. Just look into those,
But he doesn't do just marathons. It has to be like 50 mile or 100 mile and Ironmans. He would be bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there are those too. They do triathlons here, but you swim in the ocean.
Yeah. Which that's too.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Mr. John did one. The swim was a mile.
Mm-hmm.
The bike was that 50?
Oh, there he is. He's muted.
Wait, you're muted still.
Stupid. Okay. I have too much going on over here. It was a 25-mile bike ride, but the swim was 1 mile, and I loved it. The swim is the easiest part, and then it gets progressively worse with the bike, and then the run. That was stupid.
How long was the run?
The run was only a 10K.
Was the bike road, or it wasn't like gravel and silly?
I thought that it was going to be partial gravel and trail. So I had my road or my off-road bike, and it was awful. I spent way too much energy on that bike.
No speed biking for you.
No. Oh, it was bad. Oh, I hated it.
Yeah, but the swim, I mean, people were getting taken out of the ocean with little jet skis, like
Yeah. Yep.
No,
They have kayaks with people watching, and you can grab onto a kayak to give yourself like a breath, or the buoys. But yeah, they had so many in Lake Placid because it was so choppy and stuff, just watching people to make sure nobody was going under.
yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Oh, you like this sweatshirt?
I love it.
Trisha loves it too. Her absolute favorite.
Oh, I thought she was talking about my all-star sweater. I no?
No.
Whatever.
No, this is what you do. It's not it's not a year specific sweater. It's just Cookie Con specific.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a good one.
On any of the Cookie Con merchandise, just because I wanted you to be able to wear it year to year without it being like specific. And I love that sweatshirt. It is so cozy.
Yeah, it's the right weight. I love it too.
Yep.
Will you have sweatshirts again?
Nope, we are not vending either of them this year. I should really, honestly, I should look into them and just selling them online, maybe.
Mhm.
Because they are so comfortable, and I get so many people asking about them. But it's just so expensive to ship heavy boxes of shirts and sweatshirts to Ohio, to Florida. We did it in Dallas and that's only like 5.5, 6 hours. So it was really more cost efficient and everything. So I might look into selling them online because I can do that. I'm pretty good at shipping things now. So yeah.
That's a good idea. Have you done the zip up ones?
Not for Cookie Con. I used to buy merchandise long time ago for them, and I have in the past. And I have a couple that are my favorites right now. So I might look into it and we'll see. And might just do like a pre-order or something. So stay tuned. I might get inspired. Maybe.
Maybe Orlando. Give yourself a little time.
Yes. Much better idea. I like it.
Yeah. I do have my Cookie Friends Are Real t-shirt.
I love that t-shirt. And people were so not happy about the yellow because I guess yellow is not good for some skin tones. And I'm like, well, I don't really look good in purple, but
I guess everybody looks good in every color, but it's the right tone. It's toning, right?
And apparently it was the wrong
tone.
Oh.
For some people, right? Yeah. Please just sell them online. Charge whatever you need, and I will pay. Trisha says.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll look into it because I get so many messages about that sweatshirt because it really is the most comfortable sweatshirt. It is so good. I love it. So I'll look into it. And I like the CookieCon logo. I think it looks good.
Yep. Yeah, it's great.
Yep.
I know. Love it. Well, thanks for joining us today. This was fun.
Anytime. Didn't mean
Marilyn.
Fun, but now I'm held to it.
Right. So accountability is good. You guys are nudging me towards a mini sheeter to preserve what's left on my rotator cuff. Thanks for the advice.
Yep. I have not rolled dough since my elbow surgery. I don't roll dough anymore because of my sheeter, and I love it. It's honestly one of the best investments I ever made for my business, for my health.
Where do you put that thing? It's big.
It is. So my sheeter, I used to have it on a rolling cart, like a metal wood cart that I got, I think, from Target.com. And now it's like on top of a shelf in my office. It's up. Mine's an upright one, so it's not as big. It doesn't take any more room than like a 3D printer, which I have in my office too. But no, it's pretty compact. It's not big. And I roll mine on parchment, and I finally just experimented with parchment paper and found one that goes through the sheeter super well. So it's less of a hassle. So no, and I re-roll all my dough through my sheeter. So literally no rolling.
Even for a small batch, you're like rolling out that little bit.
Super. I mean, because mine's always out. So I just flip it on and it goes through. And oh my God, I did dough because I have 2 events this week. So I have about enough dough for about 400 cookies and just roll it. I mean, good grief. Can you imagine rolling dough for that?
Yeah.
Oh, my skin crawl a little bit. I hated rolling, but what I hated more was the re-rolling because I chill my dough. And I think that's where it caused all my elbow problems because it's so stiff and hard. So the sheeter is just, it's a gift. I love my sheeter. So no,
Yeah.
I use it. I even use it at Thanksgiving for pie crust. I mean, you just shoot it through there.
Cool.
Super easy. So I use it for everything. Love it.
I haven't used it for pie dough yet, but every class it goes so fast. It's just rolling out, cut, cut, cut. It's just,
Oh,
it's brilliant. But I don't have a permanent spot for it. And so I have to lift that thing. I'm like, I damage myself every time I move that because it's not meant to be moved. It is too heavy for that.
heavy. And so I just found a permanent spot for it to sit in my office. And it's right next to I have a stand-up freezer, small freezer that I got, and everything goes right into there. So super easy for me.
So that is something to keep in mind if you're looking for a sheeter. It needs its own space. You don't want to move it. So
Out to, I know some people take their KitchenAid out when they use it. I can't even imagine doing that. Mine is permanently on my counter too.
Yeah.
So yeah, nope. Everything that I use, I'm not lifting stuff because I would hurt myself all the time. I have no doubt. So yep, I'm with you.
Yeah. Rolling Ziplocs before chilling.
I
Yeah,
roll
like roll it before.
parchment goes straight into my freezer. It's perfect.
Oh, I see. And so your re-roll are really hard and it still goes through the roller just fine?
Yeah, I let it kind of come to,
A little bit.
quickly. It doesn't take very long. By the time I pull out my frozen dough and get through it, it's usually thawed so I can re-roll it all pretty quick. But yeah, it goes really easy. I love it.
That's cool. Yeah,
Yep.
I love mine too.
Yep, it's good.
Yeah, it'll really come in handy when I'm making cookies for CookieCon classes.
I've got to start doing that soon.
So you make them, you package them, and you ship your cookies?
I have been, and I've had really, really good luck at it. I've gotten really good at how I package them, like snug as a bug in a box, and I've had very minimal breakage. I do fly with my icing because I don't make it that far in advance, so I fly with it in a whole suitcase that is just dedicated to royal icing, and I've had good luck.
Any liquids in here? And you're like, yeah.
Oh, and I mark it with my ingredient list so they know what it is, and they can still have access to it if they need to, but I haven't run into any problems with that, so I'm not going to change it up. But yeah, I ship my cookies and then I fly with my icing. This sounds ridiculous.
I know. I fly with my cookies.
Yeah, I used to, and then when they started taking my cookies out, it would have been the first time in Reno. My husband and I flew, and they took out all of my cookies and were swabbing them. And it was a nightmare because I had to repackage it all. I mean, with people stuff, it was so ridiculous.
Next to people's shoes and stuff, you're like,
oh, and I'm like, it's a cookie. Like you can visibly see a cookie, and they swabbed, and I'm like, do we have to unpack it all? And I'm like, please be careful. Please be careful. Ladies.
I need to eat this cookie to make sure.
So now, cookies now and take, but I check the back of royal icing. I don't go like I just check it. So it goes really easy for me now. Yep. Interesting.
I always make the icing there, but that is an interesting thing to make it ahead of time.
It's much icing for me to have to make there. Do you fly with a mixer or do you use theirs?
I use theirs.
That's what I did in Orlando, and I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. Making it in my hotel room, it was just so no. I will bag it there, but I ship with big tubs of ice so that I don't have to.
Yeah, it's quite the process. It's pretty wild.
Honestly, what we should do is like record behind the scenes of all the prep, the ridiculousness that we have to fly with and do. I mean, it's crazy the stuff that we do. An adapter. You're going to start flying with an adapter now for all your classes because you're going to run into it where you need a 2-pronger instead of a 3-pronger.
So far, so good. You know.
Not good.
Right. Ugh. I don't know. I do have Mr. John to help think things through with me and like really
or run to the store in an
Right.
emergency. Mhm.
That's, yeah, definitely. That happens. I think that's happened every cookie con, really, where it's like, oh,
Yep, everyone.
yeah,
And Walmart usually is open 24 hours usually, so thank goodness I can pick up whatever I forgot or broke or lost or
yeah,
whatever. Yep.
yeah. The adventure awaits.
Oh, fun.
Trisha says, I so appreciate all you instructors so that we can have amazing classes at CookieCon.
There's some great ones. I'm excited. I
Yeah,
am.
it's going to be good.
Yep.
Excited for your botanicals class. Marilyn's there.
Loved it.
Nice.
Loved my botanical class because I was nervous because it's a break from what I normally do and it's a little weird. So, I mean, it's hard to translate a botanical journal to a cookie. And then I feel like people actually understood what I was doing. And I'm so taking that class. So my one only has one seat left in it. So a
That's great.
lot
Yeah.
of cookies. Yep. It'll be
A lot of
fun.
cookies, a lot of new friends. So yeah,
Yep.
exciting. And wow, we better get on our to-do lists, and you better get on your bike. No, do your list while you're biking.
Yeah. No kidding. Also, in less than 2 months, like a month and a half, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yay!
it's so exciting, but it also is a lot of checklists and a lot of things to plan for. But once our classes are over, we're
Yeah.
pretty footloose and fancy free, huh?
And then water slide.
And water slide. That's on the to-do list.
That's on
Yeah.
the to-do list. After
Okay.
the cups, water slide.
Classes, water slide.
You'll do it like keynote or something.
It's time. Love it. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you, friends. There's so many of you going, and it's going to be amazing. And we'll see you, at least Mr. John and I will see you next Monday. But thanks for hanging out, and we hope you have a delicious day.